Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome back to another Skylanders Swapforce unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at the undead element representative of the Swapforce, or one of them, of course, Rattle. This was the figure that I personally am very much looking forward to unboxing, because as soon as I saw this design, I was like, okay, this is awesome. Cowboys, snakes, awesome, match made in heaven. And I don't know, I'm really very much looking forward to checking this figure out and getting it out of package. Now, one thing that I want to point out, this is my first unboxing for one of the Swapforce figures. And I have to point out something that I love about the packaging. They did this really cool thing in the top left corner. Sorry, yeah, my left, your left also, since you're watching it straight on. But in the top left corner, they did this really cool like twisting feature. And what it does is, let me just zoom on in to show that in a little bit more detail. So for example, you have the first name, so in this case it's Rattle, so it would always be Rattle, and that's static, it doesn't move. But as you rotate this around, you get some of the other figures that are available, and you get their feet in order to decide your mobility. But basically it allows you to kind of like have a preview of what Rattle would look like, and the name as well. So for example, here's a Rattle Loop from Hoot Loop. Here's Rattle Charge from Magna Charge. Here is Rattle Ranger from Free Ranger is his name? I believe so. I'm not, is it Free Ranger or Freight? I think it's Free Ranger. It's not Fright Ranger, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Free Ranger, I believe. And then, of course, Rattle is the one that you would start with. But I love that. I think that's really cool. It's such a goofy little thing to add, but at the same time, I think that it adds a little bit almost like value to the packaging. It's really bizarre to say, but for those of you that actually collect some of these, like you buy, let's say, one to play with and one to keep in package, it's just something that is really cool to have there. And I think that a lot of kids and everything would love that, just to kind of, you know, get, even if let's say you can't afford to buy all the figures or something, you get a nice like little preview of the figures, and it kind of gives you a good preview of what, let's say, Rattle and Magna Charge would look like together. So that being said, of course, we got an awesome art card as always. They do an awesome job with that, always really cool art. We've got the figure itself inside there, so that's looking pretty gosh darn cool. Of course, he's got the bounce ability, so that's what his little mobility ability is. His mobility ability, that makes sense. That's kind of redundant, but it's also fun to say. And then, of course, we've got a little bit of a what's his that? His catchphrase here, which says, "Go ahead, snake my day," which is of course a play on "Go ahead, make my day." So that's cool beans indeed. We're gonna rotate this sucker on around. You can see some of the previews here for, let's say, Blaster and Washbuckler, who come in the starter pack, which I have already unboxed, which was cool. And that's what we're gonna use to mix and match with Mr. Rattle here. And as you can see, it says create over 250 combinations if you acquire all the different Swapforce figures. Of course, from the Swapforce itself, and that's really cool indeed. You get some of the other figures available right now on the market. Magna Charge, Free Ranger. I cannot talk for the life of me today. What's wrong with me? Let me zoom in so you guys could actually take a look at that. Magna Charge, Free Ranger, Rattle, and of course, Hoot Loop. Alrighty, so now that we've talked about the packaging for quite a while, let's get this sucker out of package and take a look at what the figure looks like itself. So I'm going to go ahead and run a knife. Again, if you're using a knife, be very careful, and if you are a kid and you're unboxing this yourself, probably ask for the help of an adult. Alrighty, so it's nicely sealed, which is great because it means that your figure is not getting scratched during the shipping process, and you don't have to worry about getting a scratched up figure or anything like that. Now we're gonna take, whoa, look at that, that's so cool. When you pull, it just comes apart now because the packaging separates, but also of course the figures separate. So we're just gonna pull on those two bits. That is so awesome. Okay, I'm already smiling. I've got a giant grin on my face. I love that design. It looks so cool. Alrighty, so we've got, of course, the art card for Rattle, who looks to be specializing in the magical department as well as speed. So that's cool indeed. Let me just focus that up. I apologize, guys. It's just my camera has a weird autofocus feature to it, so sorry about that. We've got Rattle here, of course, looking pretty boss. Looks like he's about to aim down the sights at something, or maybe someone. Who knows? We got, of course, the Skylanders Swapforce logo here, so nothing too different there from the other games. We've got the brand new stickers, which are actually larger this time, and of course, you also get the code to enter online for Skylanders Universe. Is it still called Skylanders Universe? I think they call it something else now. It looks like it's called Lost Islands and Battleground. I'm not sure. But I don't use that online stuff. But again, if you do, it's nice to get even more value. I love how they try to give you as much value as they possibly can. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and bring in eyebrows so I don't forget to compare the figures to the giants. So there is a typical giant figure. Here's a typical Swapforce figure. As you can see, they're about the same height, a little bit shorter, a little bit less bulky. But as I said in the starter pack unboxing, these figures are more detailed. They have more sculpting detail, so you're kind of compromising size and scale for detail. And on top of that, of course, the magnets is another play feature. And on top of that, these figures actually weigh a little bit, almost, yeah, I would say heavier. It's probably the magnets, but still, they do weigh heavier, so that's really, really cool. But these are guys, of course, are also partners in the Undead family, so that's kind of neato. But of course, the bases are still pretty much the same, just a little bit different, I guess, with the little bound symbol in the front here, but we still have the glow-in-the-dark skull and the little rock terrain down there to show for. Now, I'm going to bring in Washbuckler and Blast Zone for our swap forcing, which I'll do in just a minute, but here's Mr., of course, Rattle Shake. He's ready to rattle, shake, and roll. And look at that, there's his snake blaster there. That looks very, very painful. I would not want to be that snake. Alrighty, that's probably what it looks like when somebody steps on my foot. That's probably my face. Of course, there's his face smirking, kind of aiming down though at the same time. We've got the bottom part all wrapped up like almost like a spring, of course, to take advantage of the bounce feature. When we rotate him around, you just see kind of his vest and the little feathers on his hat there. So that's cool beans indeed. Now, let's do a little bit of swap forcing, or swapping, or swap forcing. No, swapping. Alrighty, so we're going to take off Blast Zone, and we'll place him on Rattle Shake's body. So now this character becomes Blast Shake, which kind of sounds awesome. That sounds like a really good milkshake. Hey, can I get one Blast Shake, please? Except don't put dynamite in it. And then, of course, Rattle Zone, right? Boom! Whoa, that looks really cool, actually. That looks awesome. Look at that. Him with feet, he looks pretty boss. He looks cool. That actually really fits in. He kind of looks like a cowboy complete now, right? That's really cool. And then, of course, let's take a look at what he looks like once we turn him into Rattle Buckler. It's all these names. It's like it's so difficult to remember them all. Whoa, that looks awesome too. Look at that. How cool is that? Here is a Rattle, Buckler. So that's cool beans. That's, of course, combined with Washbuckler's feet. And then we could make, let's say, Wash Shake. Wash Shake? Yo, do the Wash Shake. It sounds like a new dance that I just invented. But nonetheless, there you have it, guys. That is, of course, the one, the only Rattle Shake. Let me move everybody out of shot because he deserves the spotlight for this particular unboxing. Now, of course, if you're looking forward to gameplay, so am I. So stay tuned and subscribe to not miss out on when I upload the gameplay. It should be going up very, very, very soon after you watch this video. Thanks all for watching this video. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this unboxing, smash that like button, share the videos with your family and friends, favorite the videos as well. I'm going to catch you guys next time with another unboxing. The next one up is the one and only Free Ranger. So if you're excited about that figure, definitely stay tuned. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators.